Hi guys, this is Stephanie, and I'm Stacks on Stacks on Stacks. Today I am doing kind of an older book tag. It's the Intimidating TBR tag, and I have a huge TBR, probably an entire bookshelf or more, and I thought this would be a great tag to do today. Diving right in, first question is, what book have you been unable to finish? Now for this one, I'm gonna go with Anna Karenina by Leo Tolstoy. I have read about half of it, and I have gotten halfway through on 2 different occasions, and I have tried to read this book, but it's so slow. Like, it's so slow, and I just wasn't interested. And maybe it's because I saw the movie a long time ago and was like, oh, I know what happens, and I don't know. It was slow, and it could not keep my interest, and maybe something was lost in translation because it's a classic, but it's not a classic for Stephanie. Question number 2, what book have you not read because you just haven't had the time? For this, I'm gonna go with Vicious by V.E. Schwab. I have been wanting to read this for like 2 years now. I think I bought this 2 years ago because it sounded like a great premise, and I have read some V.E. Schwab. I haven't read a ton, just a few, and I really enjoy her writing, and so I was like, this would be fantastic, and I just haven't gotten to it. It has a great premise too. It's about 2 guys, I believe, who went to college together, and they're both interested in being a villain, I believe. So it's a villain versus villain story, and I think it sounds interesting. I think it sounds fun, and I love her writing. I need to read this book. Question number 3, what book have you yet to read because it's a sequel? For this, I'm gonna go with Well of Ascension by Brandon Sanderson. Now, I read the first book, The Final Empire, oh goodness, like probably 5 years ago, and I really liked it. And why I didn't continue on, I don't know. I just didn't. So now I feel like I need to reread the first one in order to read this one, but that is something that's going to be hitting my summer TBR. I will at least start the series this summer so I can hopefully get back through it because it was really good. Question number 4, what book have you not read yet because it's brand new? I have not read Our Dark Duet by Victoria Schwab. This is a sequel to This Savage Song, which I loved and I read last fall, and my husband read it last month and he loved it too. So we're actually going to read this one together, hopefully this month, but it's like just out. So I think we're going to read it this month and maybe do like a couples review. If you guys would like something like that, we could do that, but too new to have read yet. Question number 5, what book have you not read yet because you read a book by the same author and you didn't enjoy that one? Well, the book that I read was Etiquette and Espionage by Gail Carringer, and I didn't like this book all that much. Like, I don't know what kind of expectations I have. I loved the cover, so I bought it because I thought, oh, this is so cool, and then the idea of like kind of a steampunk world with vampires, where like I was like, oh, that sounds great, that sounds fun, and I was a little let down by this book. I know a lot of people love it, and I just really did not engage in it. Maybe I was just not in the right mood for it, I don't know. Because I didn't love this book, I have been putting off reading the Parasol Protectorate series. Now this is actually the second book in the series. I don't have the first book. I think I have all the rest though, and I haven't read these yet because I wasn't nuts about Etiquette and Espionage. So I feel like I need to just excuse that and read these. I've heard some great things about these. April Sarah raves about this series, so I kind of think I need to give it a shot, but I do hesitate. Question number 6, what book have you not read because you just haven't been in the mood? And for this one, I have King's Cage by Victoria Aveyard. Now, I got this in like February when it came out, and I was so excited to read it. I just was chomping at the bit, and I got it, and it sat there and sat there and sat there, and has been on my TBR since February, and I keep thinking, oh, I'm gonna read it. But last month I tried, I picked it up, I got like a chapter in, and I was just like, so I just haven't been in the mood, and I like to wait till I'm in a mood to read a book, as otherwise it's like a guarantee I won't enjoy it. So I like to make sure it's something I'm up for reading. And I don't know if it's the size of this book. I mean, I've read lots of big books, but I don't know what it is. I'm just not in the mood for this. And I need to be in the mood for it because I want to finish this series and see what happens. First world problems, Question number 6. What book have you not read because it's humongous? For this one, I have The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. This is humongous. This book is 1,001 pages. My husband read this book and the second book in the series, and he has been after me to read this for about a year, I think, maybe a little more. And I keep thinking, oh yeah, I'll read it. But the problem is, it's 1,000 pages. The next one's 1,000 pages. The third one's not written yet, and this is supposed to be a series of 10. And I'm like, not that I have anything against 10,000 page books, because I don't. But I don't think I'm necessarily going to want to wait. He talks about how the world building is incredible, and I would believe it because I love Brandon Sanderson as an author. But it's a humongous book, and there's going to be 10 of them. So there's a part of me that's like, just start now. And the other part of me said, I'll start when there's 6 books and I'll start then. So I don't know when I'm going to read this, but it is on my TBR because it's supposed to be completely amazing. Question 8. What book did you buy because it was a cover buy and then it turned out to not get really great reviews? I'm going to go with The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer by Michelle Hodkin. Now, I think this cover is just beautiful. Like, it's kind of like a work of art, honestly. And I bought the whole series, not as a set, but I bought them all together because I thought all 3 of the covers looked great. And then I found it got really hyped, and then I got really mixed reviews. So I can't say bad reviews because there have been people that have read these books and love them, but I've heard more negative than positive. So now I'm kind of like, well, do I want to? Do I not want to? I don't know how I feel about these books. So they're on my shelf. I will probably read them eventually, but there's not a hurry on this one. Question number 9 is, what is the most important book on your TBR? And for that, I'm going to say Illuminae. This is one that I will be reading next. I'm currently reading The Hate You Give. You should read it. I'll do a review on it. That would have been in this place, except that I'm almost done with it, so it's not really on my TBR anymore. That's my dog running around. And so now this one is the next one that I am definitely going to read. This is Illuminae, and it is by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. If you don't know what this is about, you've been living under a rock. This has been really big on YouTube for a few years now. And the catch with it is that it's told from like case files and things like that, and like not normal writing style. So I'm excited to get my hands on this one. I think that the writing style is going to propel me through the book quickly, and I've been told by everybody who's read it that it's great. I haven't heard a negative thing, so that's good. And question 10 is, who do you tag? Now, I made a list because I'm tagging a bunch of people that I like to follow because I want to see you do this tag. I also am tagging people who have done this before, but I'm thinking that your TBR pile has changed since then. So if you have the time, I'd like to see how you respond to these questions now. Okay, so I'm going to tag Books with Emily Fox, Maureenkeavy, April Sarah, Read by Zoe, Brews and Reviews, Elliot Brooks, Miss Emma Reads a Lot, Books and Looks, Clockwork Reader, Regan from PeruseProject, and Jessethereader. I want to see what you guys say about your TBR. And if you didn't get tagged for this one, I still want you to do it. Tag me back so I can see if we have any of the same books on our TBR. Thank you for watching, you guys. Please like if you like, and feel free to click subscribe, and you can even hit the little bell if you want to be notified when I post a new video. I post videos on Tuesdays and Fridays. Please comment below. Let me know what the most important book on your TBR is right now. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.